Jezelin moves to the gate, and lays his hand on it. He begins to release his power, and his sword starts to shine. Then he says, maybe for a moment, I can use it. He orders, get everyone away from me. He thinks in the current era, master was closer to a title than a true state of mastery, because no established standards defined what a master's realm truly was. He grips the blade, regard it as the qualification of knight, and begins to gather the mana that tries to scatter in all directions and compress it onto the steel. He pushes his blade to its very limits. He begins to emit mana, and a pink aura shines on his chest and transforms into a yellow aura that is brighter than ever. It is so bright that the soldiers cannot keep their eyes open. Watching him, Leslie explains, there is a legend of the ancient empire passed down among the warriors, even among those who have owned their mana to the utmost extreme. There exists a necessary condition to be acknowledged as a master. Jezelin's power was undeniable. His aura shines brighter than ever, and he prepares to cut the gate. He uses the technique Aura Blade, and strikes the gate. Commander Jared orders, surround the Finnish soldiers. We'll make you pay for attacking the Cabaldi castle. And several soldiers move toward him from behind. The soldier, now very close, is ready to strike him from behind, but the gate opens, and his magnificent horse comes in, kicking the soldier in the face, alongside Gillian. Zachari's magnificent horse lets out a scream. Zachary asks Gillian, why did you bring that fellow? Referring to his horse. And Gillian replies, he followed on his own accord. The Cabaldi soldiers are shocked and say, what? The gate is split in two. What's happening? Commander Jared, after taking a Bruce Lee-style kick from a horse, orders his men, retreat inside the castle. Jezelin's horse lifts its hoof to help him mount more easily. Jezelin orders, all soldiers, charge. Don't spare a single one of them. The scene shifts to the subterranean levels where Belinda is on her knees before her opponent. She is deep in thought, and the opponent is Lucas. Lucas asked Belinda, what is your connection to the Shadow Knights? The fight between the two continues. Count Cavalier's soldiers fall back, and their commander shouts, retreat, fall back. Other soldiers scream, we're going to die. Sir snarls at them, you have nowhere to run. We've already taken the inner keep. Jezelin levels his sword at them, and growls, we don't need prisoners. Kill them all. Suddenly, an aura rises above his head. Jezelin presses a hand to his chest and thinks, at this level, the aura blade is still too much. Using only a little mana and we're already this drained. We won't last long in a prolonged fight. Seeing his condition, Kay scoffs, what, Captain? You're already worn out from using some strength. Gillian reports, we have finished subduing the enemy's main force, my lord. Jezelin praises them both, then asks about Belinda. A dead tired Alfoy answers, she went into the castle a while ago, and there's still no word. Haymuck starts saying she's too slow. Jezelin falls silent for a moment, then tells Gillian there must be a secret escape passage somewhere in the castle. Count Cavalier probably hasn't gotten far either. He orders, lead the cavalry to score the outskirts for the passage exit. Gillian replies, yes, my lord. Jezelin says, Belinda, I'll go look for her myself, and rides off on his fine horse. The scene shifts to Belinda and Lucas. Lucas asks, what relationship do you have with the Shadow Knights? Belinda, surprised and furious, snaps, how do you know that name? Lucas says nothing. Belinda. A dagger is thrown straight at Lucas's face. He blocks it with his spear, surprised to find the dagger is tied to strings, allowing her to manipulate it at will. She flips forward, kicks him, and reels the dagger back in. Lucas raises his spear to parry. Belinda shouts, answer me. Lucas studies her, then counterattacks. As she lands, Belinda lunges at him, but Lucas anticipates the move and strikes with his spear. She dodges all 3 consecutive blows. Lucas presses the attack. Belinda evades left, then right, then back, and escapes with a backward somersault. Lucas swings his spear and, with a burst forward, thrusts the tip toward her head. Belinda waits, then at the last second, slips aside, spins, and uses that momentum to spring in with a flying kick that connects with Lucas's face. He manages to block with the spear and says, how do I know that name? Then, spinning the shaft, he trips her foot. Belinda loses her balance. Lucas presses the spear to her throat and says, it's nothing, really. You just resemble an old lover of mine. Belinda, stunned, asks, what does that mean? Lucas replies, the outcome of this war isn't my concern, but I can't just abandon my role either. If you keep coming at me, don't take it the wrong way. He prepares to kill her. But at that moment, Jezelin comes charging in at full speed, sword leveled. Lucas has no choice but to parry, releasing Belinda. She is shocked to see Ghislaine. He tells her, "Go, Belinda. I'll handle this one." Lucas looks serious, but is surprised to learn who her leader is. The duel between Ghislaine and Lucas begins. Ghislaine attacks. Lucas parries and strikes back. Lucas says, this will make it hard to chase that woman, and asks, "Are you the noble who started this war?" He follows with a frontal thrust that Ghislaine blocks. Lucas says, he is left exposed because his spear has gone past Ghislaine's sword, and he cannot pull it back. Ghislaine presses the attack with his sword. Lucas dodges with a forward somersault, but Ghislaine snaps a taekwondo-style kick to his face, nearly knocking him out and drawing blood, a move from a true martial artist. Lucas staggers back to his knees. Ghislaine laughs. "Good to see you, Lucas." Lucas, surprised, stammers, "You know me." Ghislaine answers, "I know you well." He then thinks, "My former subordinate and comrade." Lucas, "I wondered where you'd gone off to. Turns out you've been stuck in a place like this." Lucas gets to his feet, wipes the blood from his nose, and says, "That's unpleasant. This isn't the fighting style of nobles I know. You're outside the usual category." He levels his spear and asks, "What are you really?" Ghislaine replies, "He used to work as a mercenary." Lucas, surprised, says, "Oh, a noble who is a mercenary." Ghislaine proposes, "Shall I make you an offer? If you beat me, I'll withdraw from the castle and restore everything. But if I win, you will come under my command." Lucas bristles. "What nonsense are you spouting all of a sudden? How can you turn an already won war into some wager now? I have no ties to this castle and no regrets about it." Ghislaine feigns adorance. "Is that so? Then just come under me." Lucas plays coy. "That's not possible. I'm valuable." Ghislaine answers, "So I'm proposing a wager, this castle versus your ransom. To me, you seem more valuable." Lucas replies, smiling, "This damned castle versus my value." Then he asks, "What's your name?" Ghislaine removes his helmet and says, "Lord of the Fenris territory, Ghislaine Fenris. I am the one you will serve as your master." Lucas eyes him and says, "You look pale. Aren't you overdoing it?" Ghislaine replies, "Think of it as a handicap." He staggers slightly from the aura blade he used to smash the gate. Lucas laughs. "All right, then. Do as you wish," and charges. The duel is about to begin, but Ghislaine is already pushing his limits. Lucas is catching on. Something's off about this noble. And what about the Shadow Knight's mystery? Belinda and Lucas clearly share a dark history that's still waiting to be uncovered. Stay tuned for the next episode. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss the next episode. Bye. 146 Use arrow up and arrow down to select a turn, enter to jump to it, and escape to return to the chest.